Hello and welcome. This is Manu Mishra. You are watching Flopful Feelings. Thank you very much for tuning in. And let's get straight into it. 2026 MotoGP season will be underway on Friday when the first practice session of Thai GP kicks on tomorrow. And before that happens, we've got some very interesting things to talk about. So let's get started. First and foremost, what's new? As far as the lineups are concerned, there hasn't been any major or sudden changes or drastic changes that could just sweep the floor beneath you. That has not happened. But there has been an inclusion, Toprak, and I'm not going to say his surname, because I'm going to butcher that pronunciation. I'm going to put it somewhere here. Toprak from World Superbike Championship has been given a MotoGP ride for 2026 and probably beyond. He was touted as one of the best talents that is not in MotoGP on two wheels and should be given a crack, and here it is. So it will be interesting to see how he performs, given he's going to drive a Pramac, which is a Yamaha machinery. So I'm not sure Yamaha has sorted their mess out, but it will be interesting to see such a talent in MotoGP, the pinnacle of two-wheel motorcycle racing. Moving on, Ducati, Marc Marquez and Pecco Bagnaia. We all know the best team of this circuit, of this grade, and has been for a while, is Lenovo Ducati factory racing team. This is a sponsorship. This is not even a sponsor integration. Why do I bother? But the Ducati Red factory racing team is very, very interesting to see, because I will get the elephant out of the way first. Marc Marquez is winning the World Championship this year, no doubt. He is healthy. He is in his form. He has found the groove. He won the 2025 championship way before the season ended, and he will be gunning down for his nth number. I have even forgotten how many this man has won. I'm going to put it here by the year. So he's going to gun down for his next and probably the last championship with Ducati. I will explain why. On the other end of the garage is Francisco Pecco Bagnaia, the people's darling. He is the George Russell of MotoGP. If you have any idea about Formula One, George Russell, super talented, supremely fast, likes to be the team leader, is the team leader for Mercedes, hasn't won a world championship, that's a different point, but incredibly well media trained, speaks like he's been given a script, and is liked by people all around the globe. Not be the most ferocious in terms of how he expresses himself, but yeah, so pretty similar, these two gentlemen. Now, why this year is important for Pecco Bagnaia? 2022 and 2023, when Marc Marquez was struggling with his Honda. He's been struggling with his Honda for a while now, after that 2019 triumph. Marc Marquez was on probably the decline of his career, as everybody perceived then. Francisco Bagnaia won continuous back-to-back championships from 2022 to 2023. He lost to Jorge Martin in 2024. We'll come back to that. And he was the poster boy of MotoGP. Ducati loved him. He loved Ducati. But in comes Marc Marquez on a Gresini bike in 2024, wins a few races, shows everybody's got it. And on June 2024, Ducati said, you know what, we're going to have Marc Marquez in our factory seat in 2025. That means Pecco Bagnaia, who had some great competitors in the past, was going to face a beast like Marc Marquez. I'm going to put another Formula One anecdote and analogy here. It's like George Russell going against Max Verstappen. Brilliantly talented George Russell might win a championship. He might win it this year, and we'll talk about that in the Formula One preview. But when it comes to competing against Max Verstappen, he will eat you alive if he is on song, and the machine provided to him is supremely way ahead of everyone, like it was in 2023. So Pecco Bagnaia is not staying at Ducati. He's a two-time world champion, like Casey Stoner. He does not want to be number two to anybody, including Marc Marquez, and he's not going to drive a satellite bike. So after 2026, and 2027 is a major regulation change, I think he will switch manufacturers and he can possibly drive for Yamaha. I am not sure if that's going to happen, but if that happens, I will not be surprised as well, because Yamaha needs a world champion. Fabio Quartararo is not there. They might not get Jorge Martin. So Pecco Bagnaia, a multiple world champion riding for them, sounds pretty good, right? So Pecco Bagnaia will be driving this year to compete with Marc Marquez, of course, because we don't want to lose a race, but also auditioning for the next year manufacturer. And I think Aprilia is the destination this man will go, because Aprilia have caught up despite their lackings and everything. But yes, he will go to Aprilia from the next season. Which brings me on to Jorge Martin, the current number one at Aprilia, if there is a number one at Aprilia, 2024 world champion, defeated Pecco Bagnaia, did not get a Ducati seat because of Marc Marquez, took his talents and that number one plate to Aprilia, got injured, just the 25 season was gone, down the drain, came mid-season, separation news, that was resolved, and now they are riding on a very, very thin line, and I do not think Aprilia and Jorge Martin will continue this partnership beyond this year. So, if Pecco Bagnaia moves to Aprilia, which I think will happen, where will Jorge Martin go? Well, he can go to Yamaha, because a former world champion, this has been a story of world champions, this season is going to be pretty interesting. Fabio Quartararo, 2021 world champion with Yamaha, is not happy with Yamaha, and I told you in the start, when Toprak will be riding that Pramac, he is going to have some tough days on the track. So if the Yamaha number one, Fabio Quartararo, is moving out, where can he go? He will not go to Ducati, because Ducati is eyeing Pedro Acosta, the KTM boy, and the KTM that is struggling financially. Even though Bajaj have what 70 or odd percent of that, they're still struggling on the racing side, right? So they want a superstar who can be at the level of Marc Marquez. It's very, very difficult, but somebody who can try and be that. So they'll try to get Pedro Acosta Ducati. And where does this leave Fabio Quartararo? Honda. Honda tried to get Jorge Martin, but because of that dispute with Aprilia, Jorge Martin simply did not have a smoother exit. And Honda are preparing for an improved bike and an improved package, and they would want somebody to lead this one. Fabio Quartararo, a former world champion, sounds just about right. Now, with all the movements, the major movements being said and done, what are my top 3 of this championship? I do not believe in top 5s. I've said this in the Formula 1 video I posted a couple of years ago, because top 5 just does not sit right with me. I like the podium style, so I'm going to say top 3. First, Marc Marquez. He's going to wrap up the title by October. I don't think the title fight will continue till November. On second, I will go with an improving Marco Bezzecchi, because I think Aprilia is the closest to a Ducati on this track, and I do not think anybody else have that cut and that drive in him to prove that an Aprilia could be giving Ducati a neck-to-neck fight than Marco Bezzecchi. I still don't think Jorge Martin is back to his absolute best. And then at number 3, the younger of the Marquez brothers, Alex Marquez, who unfortunately is not going to get a Ducati seat and may just take his talents elsewhere. That is something that has not happened, but could happen. He comes in at number 3 to round this podium. Well, that is all for today. I hope you enjoy it. And if you do not watch MotoGP, please do yourself a favor. Get logged in. Saturday sprint race, Sunday the main race action. And I will see you in the next next one with a Formula 1 preview. And I hope you liked it. So give it a thumbs up, comment on it, share, subscribe, do whatever the hell you want to. And have a good summer. Cheers.